This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio for us Saturday morning. Coming up today, we've got a lot of baseball, I tell you. In just a second is Glenn Corman after him. After break number 1, it's Nashville Hornets baseball coach Chad Malavi in the back half hour. Scores and stuff will be delayed, and that's when we'll catch up with Donnie Walker from Seatown. Of course, being a Saturday and all, it's time for the Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. And today you can round up a really nice package from the Dairy King in Breeze and Trenton. But let's talk some Clinton County League baseball off the top. We take the H&H Computer Services guest line to Bartelso for Bart's manager, Glenn Big Arm Corman. Welcome back to Talkin Sports.
Hey, good morning, Rip.
And we're already actually two games deep into another Clinton County League season. You are 1-1 after a loss to the Germantown Reds last Sunday. They bit you 12-6. You remember them from last fall, don't you, Big Arm?
Yeah, they've gotten us a couple times in a row here. They got a good little squad over there, and things started out pretty well with a 4-0 lead, but it went south for us after that, and got behind a little bit and never could catch up. So that's the way. That's baseball. So
really, you were up 4-0.
Yeah, in the second, and actually they had if the game goes the way I remember, it was bases loaded, 2 out, 0-2 count on the Caden Shookman, their number 9 hitter, and he battled back and got a base hit, and then their leadoff batter fouled about 2 or 3 3-2 pitches off and hit a grand slam. So in a blink of an eye, it was 5-4.
Wow, it can't change fast. Of course, Brock Hill, that leadoff guy, he had a huge day with that slam and 2 more RBIs.
Yeah, he burned us last year with a home run. He's a good little player. So we got a lot of season left. We got quite a bit of turnover this year, so it'll be a little bit of a change for Bartello, but we'll get through it and we'll figure it out.
Yes, you'll muddle through it. All right. Who pitched for you last Sunday, and who went for the Reds? Starting anyway.
Tony Schaefer started for us. He had a little bit. He threw really, really good the first game against Trenton. Threw 7 innings, shutout ball. I think just a couple hits. He had a little shoulder and elbow. You know, it's early this season, and he's not used to throwing as much. Didn't have a whole lot of off season, so he was a little tight. But Jerry Hockey started for them, and then Trevor Corman came in the middle, and they ended up, like I say, they ended up getting a 12-6 victory over us.
By the way, you had some guys who excelled at the plate last week too.
Yeah, we got Colby. Like I said, our nucleus is still pretty strong. We still got Jason Cobbs, who's I don't think he's due to injury, might have missed 1 or 2 games in the 10 years he's been here.
I know.
Dusty Cantner, Colby Schulte, we're the Pepinar's boys. But Kurt gets married this year, so they've got a few things going on where we're going to be missing a few guys. Like I say, early in the year, I think once we get to July, we're going to be a little more stable. But this getting through the month of June is going to be a little bit of a battle.
Dusty Cantner, how many years for him, Big Arm? What a fixture!
Oh boy, I'm going to go out and say probably about 13, 14.
That's great. He still plays so hard, man, with so much
I
enthusiasm.
think he's gotten better. I told him that's funny. He said, this Sunday, I said, you sure you didn't get faster in your old days? 'Cause he's running 2 or 3 hits each game, and he plays defense like no one else, and he just doesn't seem to age. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he's a glue in the batting order, and I guess even maybe more so up the middle of that infield.
Yeah, it's nice when you can just pencil him in the 2-hole every Sunday and throw him at shortstop, and then, like I say, then you got Kobe over at second. So our middle's solid. Corey's going to be doing more of the catching this year, Corey Peppenhorst, because we had Brad Purr up the last couple of years, but he got invited to play in a collegiate league late this spring.
Where's he at?
Over in Indiana.
Indiana? Okay.
I'm not sure the name of the league, but their home games are where the home field is where that movie League of Your Own was filmed. I know that much, but
Okay.
not sure the name of the league.
That was in Evansville, wasn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, a league of their own, huh? So yeah, he's a good young player. But so Pep's back. So what did you go with last week then as your regulars?
Like I said, we got Corey. Well, Corey was on a vacation in Pittsburgh watching the Cardinals-Pittsburgh series, so we missed him. But we still got Cobb and Cantner and Kurt Peppenhorst, and we've got Kobe Schulte, Nolan Hockey, Bryce Harry. Picked up Drew Johnson from Carlisle, right between Martello and Carlisle.
Oh, really?
He's a real solid player. He could play anywhere. He actually caught for us last week, and he's going to be a really nice addition because he could play anywhere. And a good kid, plays hard. But he still has a year of Legion Ball eligibility left. He's got a late birthday, so basically the month of June, the Legion kids will be gone. So like I say, once we get through that, we'll get some guys back. And one of the biggest things that killed us was having Jordan Crakey back this year, but he hurt his knee this winter playing basketball, so he had surgery. He'll be out for the whole season.
I know it. I heard that. First of all,
when you got Jordan on your team, that makes up for 2 or 3 spots. There again, he can play all 9 spots, and he can be your closer as a pitcher, and he just does so many things well. And then Joel Zerlini. Actually, Joel's going to come back tomorrow and throw a little bit. He hadn't played this year yet because – yeah, Joel got married. His wife ended up getting a job, and it's about 6 hours away. So they moved, and he's had a hard time getting back here. And just a lot of things happened that I didn't expect. So we've been kind of struggling to get 9 so far this year. But like I say, it'll work itself out once we get to the month of July.
Joel was always, I think, underrated, wasn't he, on your team?
Yeah, because he always he's such a quiet, good kid. He takes a back seat to a lot of people, but you can count on him every week to play. We always said that if you hit a ball to right field, base hit, and you're trying to score, you better be there quick because it's going to be a one-hopper right to the corner of the plate because that's how accurate his arm is.
That's right. And Jordan, I'm really glad to see he and his young family back, but I heard about that injury a little bit late. Was that in that alumni game at MD?
That was at I believe over at St. Rose. They have a basketball, something there. And tell you what, though, I just spoke with him last Saturday, and you talk about somebody that's getting after it. He just had the surgery in April, and he's already bouncing around, and he's already swinging a golf club, and it's a 9-month recovery, and he's already guaranteeing me that if we get to the playoffs, he'll be ready to go. So
there you go. Attaway, Jordan. Almost time for a rehab stint.
Yep, that's how he goes.
So how many did you lose from last year, though? Just 2 or 3 guys?
Right at 5.
Ooh, 5 altogether.
Yeah, still got. We did pick up Dylan Miller, kind of part-time last year, and Dylan's from Nashville.
Right.
And he's been playing. He's a good, solid player. He can throw a little bit. We had actually threw him in at the end of the game Sunday, and he's throwing hard. He's a big old kid, He's
yes,
6,
he is.
7. And he's strong. So well, he may not know it yet, but he may get a few more innings on the hill. He just ain't aware of it yet.
Why not?
That's right.
But in the pitching, though, you had it was the combination in week 1 against Trenton, huh? Schaefer and Pep, young Pep.
Kurt Pep, yeah, he come in. But there again, see, these guys are getting a little older, so it's not like they're coming off, college baseball or anything. And Kurt didn't rebound real well either. He didn't. He threw a little bit Sunday. I kind of put him in a bad spot. He had to come in late, but he'll once their arms get built up a little bit, they'll be better. But we are going to have to, like Brian Holtman also, we had him as our, switching off, with Tony Schaefer last year. And Brian's got some other things going on too, weddings and stuff, so he's not playing this year. that's another one we lost.
Right.
So like I say, Ryan Meyer, that was your steady center fielder.
That's it. He retired, didn't he?
He retired hitting, 380 to 400 every year. You kind of take these guys for granted. Then when they're gone, you're like, ooh, I guess they were pretty good.
You're going to be all right, though. And again, you are 1-1 right now in the early stages, and nobody's won 2. For those who have played 2 games thus far, everybody's 1-1, 1-0. I know Avis and 0-1, the defending champs there. Of course, you won the regular season championship again at 11-1, but the league it'll be good, really. I'm sure again, right, with 7 teams loaded up.
Yeah, I think just kind of gathering what I'm hearing from different people, it seems like the league is very, very balanced. There's no cakewalks any Sunday you walk out there, because starting with Centralia, you know how DJ is. He's going to put a competitive team out there at all times.
He had 2 home runs his first game.
He cracks me up. Yeah, he just goes. He's what we call the professional hitter. That's what he is. And then you got, like I say, Brent's going to do a good job. Beckermeyer, and obviously Germantown's turned the corner. They're head and shoulders above where they were, 5 years ago. Aveston, Trenton, Breeze, Blake Hagues kind of turned that around. So yeah, there's no bye weeks. That's for certain. There's going to be a ball game every Sunday. Yeah,
it's a solid 7, top 4. Everything's the same as last year. Top 4 hit that playoff slate, and one thing's different. Of course, you're a league officer for years and years too. No All-Star game. We talked about that a little bit with the commission, Ken Hazelhorst, 3 weeks or so back.
Yeah, I think we're just going to take a year. It's all fluid. Things change, and talked a little bit to Rick Sherman last Sunday, and actually, if I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think he said that it would be the 75th year next year of the Clinton County League, and Germantown would be the only entry that's been in it for all 75 years.
Remarkable.
So he was hoping to have a little bit of something going on. So not sure if the coordinated as an all-star game or what he might do, but I think that would be a good event, and that'd be a good place to host it. They really got that. Rick's got that park looking good, and now they got a fence up and all that good stuff. So it's a real nice little setting.
Well, true. And then next fall too, November, whatever, that'll be Hall of Fame time. Big 75th.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything on that yet.
I believe Kenny mentioned that. Yeah, just briefly when we had him on again a few weeks ago. I think it's going to be a big doings.
Yeah, that's one thing I give Kenny credit. He listens to everybody, and we kind of, like I say, we keep things fluid, because you do not want to run it in the ground and make it all watered down. But at the same time, it's really an honor for those that are in, and to keep it that way. So we talk amongst everyone. Everybody has their input, and the meetings go really well. It's not just one guy talking and 15 listening. So everybody has their input, and it seems to work out well.
I can't believe it's been 25 years since that 50th anniversary, and that All-Star game. That was at Germantown then.
Yeah, it was. I still have that little program and everything that day, and that was a big event.
It was. Red Cheney's and Stan Musial never did show up, though, did they?
I don't think so.
That was part of the mystery.
That's been 25 years ago, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but I remember the whole event, and I can still picture some of the old timers out there playing, and I mean they were in their 60s, and Tom Ritzheimer's father was out there, and he was, I think at the time, don't quote me on this, I don't remember, 60-some years old, and he looked like he could play like he was just as good as anybody in the regular league.
Great days. That was quite a party during the game, after the game. Slow Mondays, but it was all worth it.
Well, that's the Clinton County tradition.
Yes, it is. Okay, years as manager, Big Arm. Where are you at with that now? Any idea?
Oh, God. We started back in 88, so I didn't the first 4 years. So I guess about 92, whatever that would be. 02, 12,
35 plus.
About 28, 26.
Yeah, okay. I'm off, yeah. And all the years playing, of course, player manager now, the league officer, you've been entrenched, and the CCL is definitely better off because of that. Hey.
Well, appreciate that. I don't know if it's stupidity or what, but I got this is year 36 in the league. So
36 over.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're without one of you. We got to get Luke Winkler back. Coach.
Yeah. Luke had a little unfortunate little incident, but I actually got to see him yesterday for the first time, and he's doing great. And we got a little softball tournament going on at the parks today, and he's going to come out and visit us, and everything's on the upswing.
Okay, well, tell him to get well. He's like most around here, good people.
Yep, he's as good as it gets. That's my right-hand man, and I miss him because it gets lonely in that dugout. When you only have 9 players, I start talking to myself, and that's not a good thing to begin with. I'm talking to anybody.
And
Most people won't listen.
And he can also play. Well, so can you, but he can also sub in for some ABs too.
Yeah, that was always a good ace in the hole because he's so athletic and so forth. So you could always have him just in case something would happen. He had the uniform sitting right there at his side, so he was ready to roll.
Tomorrow you're at Breeze?
At Breeze tomorrow, correct.
Okay, well, Big Arm, thanks for coming on again, and have another good year. The 74th overall for the Clinton County League.
All right, Rep. Well, thanks for all you do for the league. It's all appreciated.
See you, Big Arm.
All right, take care.
Thanks to Big Arm, and yeah, it's good. I think I'm going to catch my first tomorrow, finally, over at Seatown for the Budweiser's game. Thanks to Glenn. We've got Chad Malavi just ahead. We'll also steer Donnie Walker to the Talking Sports mic, too. I guess we need to clip off a break, and then we're back with more baseball, and that means Chad Malavi. Stay tuned. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. We're trying to get Chad Malavi. The stage is this. He's coaching a 12 and under baseball team down in Marion in a tournament down there, so it's kind of tough to hook up once in a while in these situations, but we're going to get to him from the dugout at some point. That is the grand plan. In the meantime, it's early. I know, but we're going to go to trivia.
It's time for the EZN Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Escape to paradise with EZN Travel in Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Our very number is 594-2576, 594-2576. And today, for those of you eligible to play, and all of you are, unless you are someone in your household who's won the last 8 weeks. Also, you can't be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or EZN Travel, or for today, the DK, the Dairy King, in Breeze and Trenton, because Michelle Maui has cranked out a very good package. It includes a Dairy King cooler bag, T-shirt, $10 gift card, 2 pens, and 2 coolies. I don't know, what's that, 25 bucks, something like that, 30? It's nice. Anyway, if you win, you need to pick up the prize within 30 days. Right here, it goes into the prize box Don't let that happen. Here's the question at 594-2576. It's on Stanley Cup Finals history. It's on St. Louis Blues Cup history. Who scored the first ever Cup Finals goal for the St. Louis Blues? Red Berenson, Jim Roberts, or Barclay Plager? Which Blues player was the first to light the lamp in a Stanley Cup Finals game? The Red Baron, Jimmy Roberts, or Barclay? Holler at us at 594-2576, 594-2576. And if you're in first with the correct answer, you're going to win that prize package from the Dairy King.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne-Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm professional wakeboarder Taylor McCullough, and you're listening to Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.
Hi, this is Dr. Matt Palm, chiropractor for MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle. Here at MedPlus, we pride ourselves on offering many health services all in one convenient place. We use a conservative, multidisciplinary approach to treating the individual, which includes physical therapy, massage therapy, physical medicine, and chiropractic care. We want to be your local choice for musculoskeletal pain. Please stop by MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle to meet our wonderful staff. Call us at 594-3671 or visit us on our website at medplusplus.com.
Good times are waiting at Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery, just north of Carlisle on Route 127. There's no better place to see live music than the Brett's Outdoor Stage, hosting bands every weekend. The kitchen at Brett's opens at 3 on Monday and Tuesday. They open for lunch at 11 Wednesday through Friday, and they have breakfast Saturday and Sunday starting at 8, with dinner available daily. Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery is a great spot for a meeting, a party, a get-together, or just to grab a bite to eat. Call 594-8830 or go to wildlifelodgeandwinery.com.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for playing trivia. Appreciate the calls. We do have a winner. He is Dale Pulver from Beckamar. And here's the question with that all-important answer. Who scored the first goal in St. Louis Blues Cup Finals history? Was it the Red Baron, Jim Roberts, or Barclay Plager? It is indeed number 8, Barclay Plager. The defenseman tallied the first goal of the 68 finals when he gunned in the shot at the 9:19 mark of the first period for a 1-0 lead. The Blues were swept by Montreal. That game they lost 3-2 in overtime. All the games were one-goal games, 2 of them in OT. I mean, the Blues were good. They went to the finals their first 3 years. I know, the expansion and all, but still. And dusting off the prize package from the Dairy King this morning is Dale Pulver from Becky, so congrats to him. All righty, here we go. Let's untangle the H&H Computer Services guest line. I believe we're down at Marion for Nashville Hornets baseball coach Chad Malavi. Chad, welcome back.
Hey, Rip. Thanks for having me.
And do we have that right? Are you coming from us or from the dugout this morning?
I am. I actually just left the third base box, and my phone was vibrating in my pocket. We're 4-4 in the 5th inning.
4-4 in the 5th, and this is 12 and under?
Yeah, you got it. 12U baseball.
Wow. Good young talent, though, huh? Do you have a son playing on this team, too?
I do. JT, my youngest son's playing here. It's a team of all Nashville kids, and we're just down in Marion playing in a tournament.
Very good, very good. And as much as you love this, and you do, especially with another son playing, of course, you'd rather be on that high school diamond yet, but you were knocked out of, I guess that was a week ago today, right? Benton edged you in 10 innings at that Harrisburg sectional.
Yep, that was a tough loss. Thanks for bringing that back up, Rip.
Sorry about that. That's what I do.
You know what? All losses in baseball are
yes.
tough. for the Hornets the way we feel. And at the end of the year, it's got to end sometime. And we always feel like we put a good product on the field, and our kids just buy in and just compete. And we're always so close, so we expect to win those games and to keep, maybe make that trip to Peoria. We just didn't do it this year. But hats off to them. They threw their number one pitcher, and he was really good. And we threw our number one, and he was really good. And that game was back and forth, and I think both teams stranded double-digit guys on the bases, and that game easily could have went either way. So, but I'm so proud of my kids.
Yeah, there were plenty of opportunities for each, and they finally clipped you with I think it was a one-out double there in the bottom of the 10th. But boy, what pitching! And Jacob Woodrum, he's been more than steady. He's been quite a talent on that rubber for you all spring.
He has, so dependable. We can give him the ball every week, and he just pounds the strike zone. And he's not overpowering, but he's a super smart kid. He pitches from the left side, and he's just a savvy lefty, a crafty lefty,
right.
And he just frustrates hitters.
and wins.
You got it. That's our favorite word.
Yeah, I tell you, your that sectional championship game, those hopes were nearly dashed. What a comeback you had against Harrisburg in the semis.
Man, that was a lights out game for the Hornets. What a memorable one for me. And to share that with my guys and my son on the field I'll never forget that. And I know it's just a high school game, but when you're down 8-1 in the fourth inning and you're on the verge of, without, mumbling it to your pitching coach, hey, we're about to get short gamed here, boys. We better figure this out.
Well, you did.
And we did, and I'll tell you what, how that started. Gavin Baldwin, our right fielder, went back on a fly ball that we thought, oh, man, that baby's gone. Could have made it 10-1, but he reaches over the 6-foot fence. He actually jumps, reaches over, and brings it back, doubles off a guy on base, and we get a little bit more excited. I mean, our kids are in the game, but they'll just juice us up a little bit. And then next thing you know, we string together a couple of hits. Woody, the guy you just talked to, hitting a 3-1 for us all year, bangs a double. Baldwin then hits a 3-run bomb to next thing you know, it's 8-8, and everybody's kind of looking at each other like, holy man, we're back, man, we're back. The Fighting Hornets are swinging. So it was really exciting.
And then he ended up pitching. Did he close it out?
He did. That was only his second outing of the year.
Wow.
He was hard and wild, and we've just been working with him all spring a little bit, and he's been going. He has a pitching coach he's been spending a lot of time with, and he finally got a few things ironed out, and he just got a nice live arm. And some of our other pitchers, because we played a lot of games, I felt like they were a little tired and their shoulders were a little tender. And I thought, why not? And as excited as he was after he made that catch, he hit that 3-run dinger. He come to the dugout and he's like, Coach, you want me to pitch? Give me the ball.
Beautiful.
And I was like, when a player says that, high school games are won and lost on so many emotions. It made perfect sense to hand him that ball.
Man, he did it hitting, defensively, and pitching. And that's one of those occasions, again, where an outstanding defensive play can really lift you. It happens on more than one occasion.
Yep, you got it.
And that was your 18th consecutive win. So you went into the Harrisburg sectional final with a full load of steam.
Yeah, we did. We really were playing really well. I thought we were hitting well, and I knew that teams were going to have a hard time keeping us off the board. And and in the regional games, I think we scored 14 in the game, and then we came from behind, down 5-1 against Trico, and scored ended up scoring 8 runs on the day against a very, very good pitcher. And the Hornets could score some runs, and so I just felt like we were going to be in every game. And then when we're handing the ball to a guy like Jacob Woodrum, we've got a chance to beat anybody on any given day.
30-7, and you rallied for a share of the River to River Conference title. We had you on maybe 10 days before that, and it looked kind of questionable, but you won out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We had to win out, but we had a chance to keep it in our own hands and go do it. And that's a goal for us. When we write team, each kid writes some individual goals for the year, but some of our team goals are we want to get to 20. We want to win the conference. And then on the back end of those, we write down 25. We write down a regional and 30 and a sectional. And we just kept moving down that checklist as our team started playing better and better at the end of the year. And but that's, it's not about me and Coach Coos and Coach Meyer. These kids just buy in, and, man, they just do things right, Rip. We're so proud of our kids.
60 triumphs in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We'll take them.
You don't play that many games, so that's a high percentage.
Yeah, you're right. And that's a good thing about our field. We take such good care of it. We moved, I don't know how many rainouts to our place, and probably played 20-some home games on the season. But no, we're happy, and it's just a good group, and I think it'll be a good group coming back. We're obviously going to miss our seniors. We're losing, but our kids are buying in, and I think winning breeds winning. So.
Well, you lose talent, but you don't lose that many in numbers. Is it 3? Is that right?
Yeah, 3 seniors. You got it. Cameron Parker, Dale Anderson, and old Woody.
And that's after losing a bunch the season before, and you got some mound guys back too, Bryce Bultman and company.
Yep, you got that right. Yep, and Terry Polchinski, a big 6'4" hard-throwing righty, and Matt Anderson. They'll be good. High school games, it's is what it is, but I think we'll put a good product on the field.
Also, and this might have been, but you tell us how you got there. You have now notched 500-plus career victories.
Yeah, and that's just a product of good players and good coaches around me. So, and not trying to be overly humble, but I love our Hornet family, and I love what they do for me. And I've had so many good players, and that's what that number does. It makes you reflect on how many players you've had in the past over the years, so I'm excited, and that, to make it more memorable, that 500th was the Harrisburg comeback where we were down 8-1.
It was that game.
Yep, and to share it with them and to share it with my son, who plays shortstop for us, was just it couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah, you posted a couple of pretty cool pictures on Twitter, on your site there. That was great.
Oh, yeah, I did. I don't post a whole lot of stuff, and I think I probably was a little too elated, and I just put some stuff like I live for this. I live for this.
That's right.
Those moments are so special to share with the kids on the field, and the hugs after the game with with your seniors and all your players. It just, I don't know, it makes you just love life, love baseball, man.
All right, we've got to get you back. What's the latest down there at Marion?
We're 4-4 going into the 6th inning, top of the 6th in the final inning. So,
that's why I was wondering if these were 6.
I'm going to go back there and be the hero. So,
hey, is this at Ray Fosse Field by chance, or where's this played at?
It is at Ray Fosse Field. There's 9U through 14U, and there's, I don't know how many. There's probably 20 teams I can see here.
Wow.
Looking around. So
it's been forever since I've been down there, but I loved Ray Fosse, and of course, no one will ever. You have to look it up, and you have. But that collision, I'll never forget that either with Pete Rose.
Yep, that's exactly.
Who ended up spending a little time in Marion too.
Say it again.
Pete Rose ended up spending a little time in Marion too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At the Clink. For his tax, not at the big bad house, but at a at a lower facility there. All right, hey, stuff happens. Thanks a bunch, Chad. Congrats on another really, really good season.
Thanks, Rip. Appreciate it, buddy.
We'll see. That is Chad Malavi of the Nashville Hornets. So we've dialed in Chad, and big arms still to come. A late edition of Scores and Stuff with Donnie Walker. Let's turn the page. We shall return.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hi, this is A.G. Becker. When I sat down to write this commercial, I thought about all the great reasons to make Becker Jewelers your jeweler. Our low prices, our incredible selection, our reputation for quality, service, and great value. Here are a few more good reasons. First is trust. We've been in business right here for just short of 70 years. No one stays in business that long without living up to the promises that they make. Second is truthfulness. We always tell you the truth about our products. No inflated value or phony sale prices. Third, we're your neighbors. We live here. We work here. We will always treat you the same as we would treat a family member or best friend. And fourth, we're part of your community. Becker Jewelers helps support your schools, community projects, and events. Always has and always will. So you see, there's more to us than just the best products at lower prices. And yes, those are good things too.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everyone. Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio for this Saturday morning. Through summer now, it's Wednesday night, 6 until 7, Saturday mornings, 9 to 10, and we kick it in the high gear again come this fall. Wow. The Beaver. Yes, Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. He's 70 years of age today. We had Hugh Beaumont, Barbara Billingsley, Tony Dow, and Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. The Centralia Orphan Annies play in their own 3A sectional today. That's softball, so good luck to them. A reminder, next Saturday morning, actually from noon through midnight, next Saturday at the Beckemeyer Park, it is Speed Stampede. There'll be live music, Lost Highway, and feedback. Love it. And there's auctions and bags tournament, co-ed softball. So check that out if you get this, get the opportunity. It's all to benefit Speedy Benoff, and they're also taking donations. I do believe at Germantown Trust for the auctions and so forth. So, hey, go over there and check that out and contribute if you get the opportunity. One more time out, and then we'll touch base with Donnie Walker. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
Let's get ready to circus! That's right, it's time for the 51st Annual Einid Shriner Circus of Southern Illinois, coming to a town near you June 2nd through June 10th. Starting with the Circus Parade in downtown Belleville June 1st and the circus on June 2nd. Followed by performances at new circus locations like Gateway Motorsports Park in Madison, Madison County Fairgrounds in Highland, Jerseyville, Olney, Salem, and DuQuoin. See dazzling performances at the Einid Shriner Circus, featuring dangerous dynamic beasts of beauty, precision archery, acrobats, tumblers, high-wire daredevils, upside-down bungee flyers, and the famous crazy clowns. Get your tickets now for the Shriner Circus at participating Motomarts, Schnook stores, or at the gate. It's the Einid Shriner Circus, Saturday, June 2nd in Belleville, Sunday, June 3rd at Gateway Motorsports Park in Madison, and Tuesday, June 5th at Madison County Fairgrounds in Highland.
Scientists say the universe is random.
Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Hi, sports fans. Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio on a Saturday morning. Warrior time. It is exactly 9:39. That time drop brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Okay, it's better late than never, of course. It's time for Scores and Stuff, which is brought to you by, hey, we accommodate our coaches and athletes, and that's the way we play this game. Scores and Stuff is brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. Has your ride been in a little scuffle, been roughed up a bit? If so, see Hoffman Auto Body. And on the H&H Computer Services guest line for a third time, well, the first time for this guy, let's go to Centralia for Donnie Walker. Donnie, welcome back.
Thank you, Rep. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. How's your family? I heard, I couldn't help but, anyways, is Coker the dog okay?
Coker, the dog, is just fine. We had the neighbors, George and Janet Prock, sit with him yesterday, so he's doing good.
The Procks, my goodness, say hello to that fine couple. I haven't seen them forever.
Well, we talk about you and your brothers all the time, and of course they think very highly of your family. So we do. They're very good people, and we're very fortunate to have them as neighbors now.
Yep, indeed. And George still plays tennis. Janet
George
probably does too.
George has been on the downside a little bit, but he's had a few complications health-wise, but he's coming out of it, and he's looking forward to playing tennis again, which will be very shortly.
Okay, very good. And I'm looking forward to seeing the Cardinals play some good base. It's kind of been up and down. That's been their year so far. And of course, they have an injury or two, obviously. But last night was one of those on the bottom side. They lost 4-0. But, man, you got to give credit once in a while. Jamison Tyone, he was on his game. He did a super job.
He had an excellent game. I watched about 3 innings, and for whatever reason, I lost interest. And I think it's because what you just said. You had a good point there. They're so up and down and inconsistent. And, I get a little aggravated more, I guess, because of my age. But I get more aggravated than I think I ever have. But it doesn't do any good. I'm not going to change things. But they sometimes they look like world beaters. Sometimes they look like, they couldn't beat anybody. So,
I tell you,
that's the way it is.
I nearly clicked it off after was that in the first inning, that slide, which was ruled interference, and they about sent, was it Bader? They about put him up on charges and stuff. I mean, it's become so sissified.
It has. Goodness. I did not see that, but I tell you, I did see a rerun of something else this morning on ESPN, and I'm sure the veterans are sitting there laughing about somebody taking somebody out. It'd be like telling Bob Gibson not to throw at anybody, and go from there. But you don't want to see anybody get hurt. A lot of money involved with the players nowadays.
Yeah, but that's all relative. They didn't pay as much back then.
Very much.
I mean, you play the game hard and you play this isn't baseball like this.
That's exactly right, Rip. And I'm not just agreeing with you. It's got ridiculous, and it is. It's big boy baseball, but it sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But I miss a lot of the old stuff, and get out, break a sweat, do what you're supposed to do, and somebody gets turned upside down, they do, and you'll get over it.
You certainly will. But Tyone, anyway, he was really good, and good for him. Too bad it came against the Redbirds, but he'd been struggling quite a bit. He's really capable, and he won it last night 4-0. He went 8 frames, and what did he give up? I think 3 hits, something like that. Struck out 6, only walked 1. I know that.
Yeah, he had an excellent game, and I tell you what, that kind of depicts the Cardinals. Though they'll get 12 hits, and then they get 3 hits. Of course, a lot of it had to do with the guy's arm last night too.
That was quite a comeback victory Thursday. Well, first of all, they were up 4-0, and then down late, and then they posted that big crooked 5 in the bottom of the 9th inning there. Jairo Munoz, and he'll never forget that.
I can't pronounce.
Bam!
I gotta be
well,
careful
hey,
here.
They pronounce it Jairo, Gyro.
I know.
He's a good young guy, and he had a big hit.
If I didn't have an English teacher for a wife, I don't think I could pronounce the line.
Well, I tell you what, when in doubt, and you have so many of these broadcasters, they do it so many different ways, but my default guy, if I have a chance to listen or catch up with him, is John Rooney. He's 99.9 right.
Yeah, and he does a great job. I just tell you, it's just, we, as of course you're involved with it every morning with our little trivia.
Yes.
Most of the time, my wife Mary, she'll tell me how to pronounce this or that, especially even if it's foreign, and it turns out pretty good. But a lot of different pronunciations go on in baseball.
Well, I'm glad he had that moment. The Cards and Bucks play Game 3 of their series today with Luke Weaver against Chad Kuhl. Alex Reyes, that was kind of a sweet. It was definitely a sharp return, huh?
Boy, wasn't that something? Well, I tell you what, Rip, when stuff like that happens, it makes you think, wow, I'm very blessed or whatever to get in the big leagues and to stay here. It's not as easy as people think it is.
That's
and,
the hardest thing they always say.
Yeah. I mean, here he's been, 2 years, 3 years that he hasn't been playing. Now he comes up, and now he's on the DL again. Wow.
I don't get it. I don't get it, though, Donnie. And I know these things can't happen now and then, but it seems that this happens all the time. And Reyes, man, I love the guy. I was looking so much forward because he's the real jewel out of those young pitchers. But I sometimes more often than not, I wonder about today's athletes and today's training methods and stuff like that. I don't get it, man.
Well, and again, to not beat this in the ground, I think a lot of it's all about the Monty Bucks and what their agent wants them to do. And, if it's going to push them too far, and I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but it seems like, if they kind of hurt a little bit, well, wait a minute, we don't want to take a chance there because he might be worth more money to somebody else down the road. We don't want to chance that. So, I don't know if that's coming
Somebody
into
needs
play
to
more.
break
It seems
that
like
mode.
it is.
Some manager and or GM needs to break that mode.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, in
No
most
kid,
cases,
yeah.
the pitcher won't be with the same team after 5 and 6 years anyway, so use them while you can.
That's exactly right. And I was just talking with somebody the other day about the team aspect. I said, well, I hope there's a team aspect, but it's more like a we aspect now, or I aspect. It's, what can I do to get my stats fattened up so I get more money the next year and blah, blah, blah. Because like you say, it's very uncommon for somebody to stay 4 or 5 years anymore with one particular team. It seems like about the second year they're with them, and boom, they're gone with somebody else, and that's just the way it is.
So Alex goes on the 10-day DL for a long – I wonder – let's see, Carlos Martinez, he's been on the 10-day DL for how long, about 3 weeks now?
About 3 weeks now. He's coming back. I heard him talk. I didn't understand him, but I heard him talk this morning, and he's coming back, and seems like he's going to be on a rehab in Springfield in the next couple of days.
Yeah, he pitched the other night.
Okay, and then
Thursday.
I guess Yachty's coming back here. They could hook up Tuesday or Wednesday and catch each other again. So
and then they'll both go. They'll both be injured for another couple of weeks after that.
Oh my! Well,
Yachty better use some reinforcement, eh?
Well, I think Yachty's like some of the other catchers on his team now. I think they're going to, use a little reinforcement and. The guy that invented their protector or protectors, I guess he guarantees that baseball will not hurt him anymore if it hits him in his private area.
Not be hurt anymore. Hey, I'm not kidding. I brought this up the other day, and I wasn't. But whatever happened, this couldn't hurt for a little extra. Whatever happened to the padding from when we were kids on through the little drop down thing? I'm serious. Wouldn't that absorb something? They use that for the chest protector.
Rip. I don't know.
Doesn't look stylish enough?
Maybe because they're throwing 200 miles an hour. I know it was a foul ball.
And take the chest protector off.
Know. I don't know. I really don't know. I tell you what, so many things have changed. But anyway, Yachty will be back. Well, I'll just leave it at that.
All right. Cubs won last night 7-4. Schwarber did okay. Mike Fultonevich threw a complete game 2-hitter. I applaud that. I love that. As the Braves have been pretty remarkable. They shut out the Nats 4-0.
They're coming back, and for a long time when the Braves were the team, I guess, in the West, I didn't really care for them. And now all of a sudden, then they start getting beat. Now they're coming back. I see myself start pulling for them again.
Young team. I like that.
Yeah, you betcha. A young team coming up and don't know any better, and kind of like the days when Gary was playing with Minnesota, him and Herbeck and them guys, and they didn't know any better. They just beat people.
And they had a lot of fun on the field and off too.
You betcha.
Jaime, bad night for Jaime Garcia. Another rough 1 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, and I liked Jaime.
But he looks good.
Well,
Jaime looks good. He got the good-looking haircut.
There's always a bonus.
He's got the Mark Williams look. He's dressed up good in his suit. Looks good. I like that.
Man, rest in peace, Willie. Willie always had that fashion statement going, didn't he?
Oh, he did, and he's the one that turned me on to polishing your shoes. Willie had his shoes were always immaculate, and I love that. I mean, pass it on to somebody else. But yes, Jaime's got that too. Jaime's got that going for him.
George Springer, did you see this highlight when he scored from second on that wild pitch from Chris Sale? You talk about hustle.
I did not.
He's one of those ball players in the Gary Gaetti mode.
I did not, Rip.
Wow, and actually Sale struck out the guy, but so the batter became a runner. He went to first, but Springer hustled all the way from second there. So the A's, my goodness, they racked up a pair of 7-run frames. They plastered KC 16-0. That hurts.
Yes, it does. And like I say, I try to watch. It's so easy to pick up bits and pieces with, your phone or whatever, and I try to stay up with it that way. And a lot of good ball players, but kind of changing the subject a little bit, they've got away from me, and a lot of the players I don't know anymore.
It's a changed. Hey, I always love it. I mean, all sports, but I do not think any of the pro sports, in particular, since we're on that, are as good as they were.
Well, I don't
just
either.
Because of rules changes and the money, which has made decisions different. They wouldn't make them differently for me, but they do with these guys.
Yeah, well, that's probably from the old school. I talk like that, and I know the players are
that's true,
bigger and stronger and all that stuff. But,
doesn't mean they're better.
Must be. And I have to say this, and you're probably going to bring it up.
A lot are.
I'm not a big NBA guy, but, my Lord, you can't help but watch the Cavs, and I've been watching them, and I fall asleep or whatever. But I did not realize the other day until my son told me that they got beaten overtime. I did not realize that game went in overtime.
That's in part because J.R. Smith fell asleep.
Well, I don't know if he had a coma or what's going on here, but what in the deal is going on there? All he had to do was put it back in the basket, did he?
Well, yes, or at least try.
Well, anyway.
They lost by 10 in overtime.
That's what I saw.
I'm so proud of you.
You
brought up the NBA, Donnie. That's great. I don't watch much of that at all. I prefer not to. I'll catch it in passing some.
I had a good story from Mr. Shipley, Reese Shipley from Centralia, our principal here.
Yes, sir.
He hard-nosed player when he played basketball. Yep. Very, very good. And I said something, man, I'd hate to have to try to guard LeBron. First of all, it wouldn't happen. I couldn't happen.
True.
He said, well, I would use my 6 fouls and do it the best I could. And boy, that was Reed in a nutshell. And he would do it. But what a man-mountain Dean that LeBron is. I don't know how you stop him. Well, most people don't.
Most don't. So, no. Love him or hate him. Most do not. What do you have? 51 the other night.
51.
And it's not just the scoring, obviously. It's,
no,
it's
he
all
does
the other
everything.
stuff too.
He's got 15 sets of eyes. He can do it. He can do it all. But I do enjoy watching him, and he's brought back to me a little bit of the Larry Bird era, where that's the last time I watched a game in Michael Jordan. I mean, to say I watched a full game, and that was the last time I did it. But anyway, he brings that out in you, and I like to see that. And when he does leave the game, you're going to say, I can't believe I watched this guy, how good he really was.
A couple more baseball things. I think this particular person is a breath of fresh air. Shohei Ohtani, another hit last night. He's at 292 with 6 and 20. Plus, he's 4-1 on the mound with a really, really nifty 3.18 earned run average.
Unbelievable. I mean, now you really got to go back to the days with the Bambino, right? I mean, doing what he's doing.
George Herman?
I think it's neat. I'm sorry?
George Herman, huh? Yeah, if they would, and this guy, he supposedly is a good outfielder too, but they only let him DH. Otherwise, he could. I'd like to see him pitch and bat on the same day.
Yeah, I
think he can do
a lot
it.
Of people would, and I'm not so sure that may not happen before it's all done.
I don't think they'll ever allow
if
it.
His agent will let him do it, right?
Yep, I don't think. Oh my goodness, Clayton Kershaw. Speaking of another short comeback, man, I'm a Kershaw fan too, but one game back, throws 5 innings. He's has a back injury again. He's out another month or so.
Oh, bless his heart. I tell you what, I wonder if he's going to be able to afford groceries next month.
Well, that is a concern. That never crossed my mind. I don't know why I didn't think of that first.
Well, on a realistic note,
that
I
aside,
hope he's not hurt. I hope he's not hurt bad, and he's probably a hard-nosed guy. I think
I do believe so.
He
do believe.
probably was hurt and wanted to come back before he was healthy. And of course, you know, if you've ever had a back injury of any kind, I don't know if there's anything worse. But you just can't do anything. You know, you just can't do anything at all if you're hurting in the back.
Meanwhile, the Cubs are they're pretty happy right now because Yu Darvish is on the DL.
Oh my, yeah. That's, I don't know if you call that a bust or not, but I would say so right now.
So
it is
far,
anyway,
yeah.
isn't it?
Right now, I wouldn't after
my.
what he did in the postseason last year and the year before with injuries. And I wouldn't. He may turn out okay, but I would have
Yep, you never know.
never given him that money. He's undependable. Yu Darvish.
You don't know. You just don't know when you start trading or doing this, and you just don't know what's inside. And you're right. You
Another
don't know
good note here. I know you
what
keep up with this too, of course. Our locals all the time. We've had and now Trevor Richards. He did win again last night with the New Orleans Baby Cakes. They beat Memphis 6-3, 6 innings, 5 hits. Typical. He's 3-2 down at AAA with a 2.06, and hopefully he's going to bounce back up in that major league scene. Scene pretty hopefully really quick because the Miami Marlins are in St. Louis next week. I don't know.
Well, you hope so. And there again, Rip, I've got to be honest with you. I don't follow it, so I don't really know. And I haven't stayed up with him. A lot of the people I don't. And that's just sign of the times with old Don here.
Hockey, Don. Come on.
Here we go.
Come on. You brought up the NBA. You need to watch pucks. I do these polls
on.
on.
You play hockey, dang it, when it's 95 degrees. I know they play inside.
Well, it's even hotter. They're in Vegas, but.
Yeah, I know it's 162 games in baseball. What do they play? 750 games in hockey. It seems like. I'm just teasing, but man.
But remember now on the other. They do go, but baseball sometimes goes into November or it's a Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
It all goes too long. But no, this would all be better if it ended sooner. But the Vegas Golden Knights are a heck of a story.
Yeah, and somebody talked about it was the prelim. I guess was fantastic. What they
I didn't. Well, yeah, a lot of people. I will say this: it was incredible how they pulled that off. But I think it lasted about 45 minutes. I got a little sick of that. But that's Vegas. They're stylish.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's all, it makes sense. It's 7,000 degrees out there in Las Vegas, and they're playing hockey. So, blah blah blah. I'm sorry I talk like that. I should follow more.
But, we have no etiquette here. It's Game 3 tonight in D.C. and the NBA goes to Game 2. I guess that's tomorrow. So forth. Oh, and Missouri, they got a break there as Jonte Porter is coming back to the Mizzou Tigers basketball team. He was probably, I know his brother was hurt, but he may be the best of the two Porters actually.
Now, his brother's coming back to Missouri. He was the younger one, correct?
Yeah, the one who should have been, I suppose, in high school this year. He's coming back.
Okay.
He didn't sign with an agent. He went to the combine and all that, but he peeled back to Columbia.
Did not know that, but I guess next year we'll find out about Missouri again here. I don't
pretty good.
I don't follow Missouri anymore.
Well, I don't
or
care
Illinois.
for him, but I follow. Yeah. Well, you'll give me what SIU?
Well, I'll try to follow SIU. I've got a good buddy down there, and I want to make sure that I do follow him. But
okay.
I mean, of course, talking about Mouse, you can't help but follow SIU, and you hope everything in SIU gets better, and maybe it will with their new AD, right?
Go Salukis. Go Salukis.
Yep, go
How about
Salukis.
St. Louis U and Missouri State in college baseball? They're the same regional down at Mississippi. That's pretty cool.
Hey, last night it was LSU.
They were rained out. Those games were rained out.
Okay, it was rained out. Mississippi and Mississippi State or Mississippi? Ole Miss?
They're in Miss. The Ole Miss, I think, is one of the teams maybe that's in that foursome
Okay,
there.
but they were supposed to play St. Louis last night?
I know they were washed out.
Okay, all right. Because I didn't know that St. Louis was doing that good in baseball, but good for them.
Yeah, I heard Coach, is it Hendrickson? I heard him the other day on KMOX. He was pretty neat.
Oh, well, again, anybody that's close by, you wish them nothing but the best.
That's right. We're all for the best for everyone, aren't we, Donnie?
Oh, you betcha.
That's all about our motto. Stanley and
Mm-hmm.
Neiman share first at the Memorial. Eldrick Woods is tied for 24th. Not bad. He only had one problem yesterday. They said he couldn't putt. Unfortunately, Donnie, that's part of golf, isn't it? If he wants to just go on the long drive tour, hook up with Stu Kirkland.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Well, like I say, since Steiger's come back and play, I'd turn it back on. Isn't that awful?
I know. I get it.
But he's putting a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets just watching him play.
I understand what's going on, but the leaders are Stanley and Neiman, and they're in front right now. Sarah Jane Smith, an American, leads the U.S. Women's Open. That does not happen. Boy, the South Koreans have just taken over. They have so much talent over there. It's crazy.
Again, you want me to say it? I don't follow. Isn't that terrible?
You do know that Nancy Scranton. Oh, we're running out of. Nancy Scranton went to the St. Louis Hall of Fame here this winter. Huh?
I know, and congratulations to Nancy. What a tremendous gal, and represents Centralia and all Southern Illinois. And she's a very deserving and a good person.
The NASCAR Gunners are in Pocono tomorrow afternoon. One quick thing, Donnie. Big day up in Springfield, Illinois for you and Kyle and the fam yesterday, correct?
Yeah, it was a big day for the Walkers and a lot of the other candidates or cadets. Kyle is going to work out the Correctional Center at Centralia and kind of get his life in this is just another
phase.
What I'm saying. Career or phase, and he's looking forward to it, and everything went fine yesterday. Big day.
Yeah, it's a huge thing. I didn't make it for when my nephew graduated from there. I know my brother and sister-in-law. They said that was an incredible ceremony. They put on.
Yeah. So may I ask?
That was 2-3 years ago. That's Austin.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite a big deal. It really is, and I'm glad it was inside because, as you know, it was very warm yesterday, but. Like I said, 135 people walked through it, and it was very impressive, and very proud of him, and here we go.
Okay, congrats to him. And Donnie, we got to rush. Hey, you can ask me anything, right? But maybe you ought to save the good stuff for tomorrow at the Buds game.
Okay, make sure you're out there. I didn't realize it was in Centralia, but I'll be out there and looking forward to seeing you.
Check your local schedules. Thanks, Donnie.
Okay. All right, Rip. We'll see you later.
Scores and Stuff was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your car, truck, whatever it is, whatever that ride is, needs major or minor repairs, see Hoffman Auto Body. Our thanks to Donnie and to Chad Malavi and Glenn Big Arm Corman. Dale Pulver wins trivia. He gets a buckoo of stuff from the Dairy King and Breeze. And Trenton will see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.